The one and only Malike. What are you shooting today?
I got my baby with me. Little pinef action, half frame, Panatomic X. You feel me?
That's what's up.
Yeah, for those at home that's uninitiated, that's probably arguably Kodak's best black and white film, but that's just me saying that. You feel me?
I see you have two cameras. Which one? What's the other one?
Oh yeah. This bad boy right here. This is I call her Chi Chi, but peep this. Boom. 2.8 on the point and shoot. Where y'all know that at? Like, who do that? Exactly. Nobody.
That's what's up. If you watched the last video, we unboxed this camera. Today, we're gonna shoot it, put it to test, see how I feel about shooting it actually. So, let's load this bad boy with Ilford HP5 400. Probably going to shoot it at 400 because there's still enough light. And yeah, let's see. How do I even open this thing? There we go. Just for safety. Now, I think we are good to go. It took me way longer to load this camera than I thought, but we will see. It's a little bit confusing on the settings on this because it has this window here, which means it has a light meter, but I don't know how it works. So I'm guessing this is the shutter speed, which goes only up to 500. And then the bulb, it has the bulb 30x, which is like for flash sync, 60, 125, and 250. And then I don't know what all these is. So if you know, please let me know what settings this is. One thing that I talked about in my previous video is how amazing the rewind is. It's also kind of a little confusing. I might get used to it later, but if you've shot this camera before, please let me know in the comments what all these buttons and functions is, because I'm a little confused. I'm not gonna try to pretend I know what I'm doing here on this camera, so I'm just gonna shoot it manual and hopefully we get some images. It's like F16, 5.6 at 250. So let's see, hopefully that works.
Shoot it like a jump.
I don't want to feel the hole. I need a 28.
Yeah. Black and white.
That sound.
Oh yeah. Top 5 in shutter sound. I don't care what nobody says. Got it. He got it.
I just shot my last roll. Well, not my last roll, my last shot, my last film. So it's too loud out here. Let's go in the studio and then we will talk about this camera. And we are back to the studio. What do I think about the Zenit 11? It's a fun camera to use. It's amazing. However, I don't think it's for me. After using it, after going on the field and testing it out, shooting the photos, it's amazing, but I think I might have to let it go. And one of the reasons why I'm letting it go is because I happen to get a camera that I'm very excited about. I've already shot 2 rolls through it and I cannot wait to share it with you guys in the next video. And because of that, I don't think it's I don't think I'm going to keep the Zenit 11, and here are my reasons why, you know, I'm letting this camera go. You know, when you have a camera, the most important is how the camera makes you feel, how you feel when you're using it. One thing that I realized was I wasn't feeling it. The focusing is, I'm still struggling with the focusing. I said it in the unboxing video that I don't know how I felt about the focusing because I'm so used to split screens and rangefinders now that anytime I'm focusing or using a camera that has that fuzzy focusing, the whole entire screen focusing thing, I kind of struggle with it. I was taking way longer to take my shots because I was going back and forth. I couldn't trust the focusing, even though all the photos that I took came out sharp and focused. I was taking way too long to focus, and this is in the day. I can only imagine when I'm in the dark, you know, environment, or even if I'm shooting at night. One thing that I also realized is I love the effect that you get. I love how it feels when you like advance, like the rotation and all that. But I didn't I didn't realize that you have to set it manually. So you have to set the film counter manually. It will advance to the next number if you, after you've taken your shot and advance, but once you've loaded your film and advanced to the first frame, you have to set it to 0 yourself or 1 manually. And I didn't know that. So when I was shooting, I got to the 15th frame and it was telling me that I could still shoot. I was a little confused because I thought I had not loaded the camera well or not. I might not have showed it in the video when I was on the field shooting, but I felt confused until I kept on shooting until I couldn't anymore and realized, okay, maybe that's how the counter works, is you have to first set it manually. Another thing, which is a huge deal, it might not be a deal breaker for others, but it was a huge deal breaker for me because the viewfinder is actually smaller than the actual view of the frame. I don't know if that makes sense. So the frame at which the film is capturing the photograph, the viewfinder is smaller than that. And so whenever you are framing, you think you have certain things out of the frame, but in the actual image, it goes wider than that. And so you might be including certain things that you didn't want in the photo, which I did not realize until after I have developed the film and scanned them. That was when I realized. If you could hear me in the video, I said somewhere, I think I needed 28. One thing too is the camera is not light, it's heavy. Not very heavy if I'm comparing it to the Pentax 6.7, which is like the most heaviest SLR camera that I have. Of course, that's a medium format and this is a 35, but if you have it around your neck for some time, you can feel it. You can feel the heaviness of it and your neck start to get tired. So I think what I did at some point is I took it off and just handheld it instead of having it around my neck because I was starting to feel it a little bit. Now, it's not that much of a deal breaker, but just so you know, if you're planning on picking one up or if you're planning on buying one, if you're showing interest in getting one, or maybe even if you want this one that I have in my hand, you might want to take that into consideration, that it's not a light camera. Frame intervals was accurate. There were no overlapping. The spacing was very, very, similar to each other. So that's good. Most of the time when you buy cameras, and especially when this one looks like it haven't been used at all, or even like in a long time, you can get some overlapping frames, and sometimes you have to CLA, get the camera CLA before you use it or before it functions as it should. So that was good. I love the lens that is on it, which is the Pentax 50mm lens, the M42 lens. So it's a great lens. I wish I didn't have to let it go, but I don't have any other M42 camera. Actually, I do, but that Petri that I have, I think I'm gonna give it away on the channel. So stay tuned. We might be doing a giveaway probably in the next video. So if you wanna win a camera from me, just stay tuned to the next video. That's it for the video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed the photos. I hope you had fun watching me and Malik walk around and just make some photographs. Shout out to Malik for coming and hanging out and making those photos in the video. Follow me on my Instagram, Edmund_K_Boateng, if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel. If you enjoyed it, like the video, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye bye.